Welcome to the collectors community. I'm the skipper, and this is my first mate, Dale. Welcome aboard. How you doing, Dale?
I'm doing very well, thank you very much, sir. And I just hope that volume is off. Yes, it is. So I'm going to change this screen to that one. There we go. And then I can go down and just see chat. There we go. Make sure I'm in live chat, not top chat, of course. We got Neil's comics and video games. And yeah, cool. Just clicking that over a little bit.
Wow.
And I'm ready to go. So as it's a friendly chat tonight, of course, it's laid back, like it always is. I'm going to be doing, I've been putting my world coins into alphabetical order.
Oh.
I'm kind of like short on flips, so got plenty of piece dollar ones, that sort of size, but and I'm blind. I can't see. I can't see any. What's that one? What is that coin there? That is Australia. It's a 1 cent. Not sure the date though. 1966. So how is? Did the 50 pence run out, or it's not? I know what he means there as well. I don't know about you guys, but years ago, what Neil is saying is that we used to have like the electric meters, and you put like 50 pence into the meter, and that gave you like about 4 hours worth of electricity. Did you have a similar sort of system back in the day, Skip?
I don't think so. Yeah, I guess so.
So you had to save up all your old money, and then the guy would come round and empty the boxes out. And then confused because some of the boxes were already emptied prematurely. More or less everybody did it all the time. So how is Neil's doing? This is a silent stream. Neil, can you hear us?
It is very quiet.
I'll put out a community post in a minute. Right. Let me put out a community post there, Neil, see if I can get anybody. I know there's a few people streaming tonight.
Okay.
Alrighty, let's get the stream. EAC! Share this stream out.
Do
that.
I'm trying to help our guest join us, but he's got one of these generic, what do you call them, clone type?
There, got special guest. I put Anko. Put your links in. Sorry, guys. PA Picture Prospecting and Treasures. Great to see you, my friend. How are you guys anyway? I hope you're having a great week so far. It is a Wednesday. And remember, tomorrow is the last day to pay it forward. And get yourselves on that wheel, of course. And then we got the last player standing, of course. And there we go. Treasure Woman, nice to see you.
Hello.
Right, I'm just trying to. All I'm doing tonight, guys, is I'm just literally putting. I haven't started. I've just started doing the A's, putting the world coins together. So,
Is that British A or Canadian A? A?
A? No, it's world A.
The world A.
The world A, as in A. What coin is this then? This one's got a little. Oh, I thought it was a penguin, but it isn't. This one is actually from Argentina. Even though it says Republica of Argentina, I'm just going to put it as Argentina.
It's a penny?
10 centavos.
10
1992.
centavos from Argentina.
You know, Numismaniac loves ya. His name is really Avita.
No, it's not.
Zoe must forgot to press the go live button. I did not see her live. I know. She's got to go live. She's got to get those hours up.
Oh, stop. Yes, puppy, I see you.
Lightning. Ooh. Now, which way do I do this? So I'm going to do it that way. Let's get. And Neil, this is bus 1 didn't show up. Got on the first bus almost 90 minutes after leaving work. Second bus 60 minutes late. Second bus blows past my stop and following the stop. Just got home. Oh my God. What a day.
Might I just tip over?
So, where you live, EAC, obviously you've done some shops where you live. Do you work, I guess, in the city then? Because sometimes you get like the distance of Indianapolis, I guess. You're obviously out in the what I don't know what we call out of town. So you obviously must be a good hour's drive at least towards the city. Or am I just guessing?
I try not to get into any discussions regarding buses and transportation because I know how difficult it is these days, especially with the drivers trying to keep on time with routes that have been modified so that it's very difficult for them to maintain a schedule. And there's nothing more frustrating for someone that's a passenger having a bus hours late or showing up early or blowing past you because they're not keeping an eye out for people. It's a toughie. I'm glad I'm retired.
over here now we got timers. So if you get a bus go past you because they're late, they're tracked and they know when people are there.
Mm-hmm.
So they can't do the old "we're late now" card and go past you.
Yeah, they've got the GPS built into the buses now, and it tells the dispatch that you're either running late or running what we call hot, running fast, and then they get chastised when they get back. But sometimes, not so much when you're running hot, but when you're late, it's typically because you've run into construction or a traffic jam, or in the winter you get Canada heavy snowfall. It's road closures, all kinds of stuff, and now they're putting the onus on the drivers that because you're supposed to keep to the schedule. We don't care. And what a horrible amount of stress to put on a driver that's trying to keep on track, because they don't like being late. And I do have issues with them running hot, though. Being early, there's no excuse.
Yeah, if they're early, if say the drivers, my friend is a bus driver, and if he's running early, he has to either slow down, keep to the route, or just wait at the bus stop.
Mm-hmm.
But if you wait too long, obviously you got to leave. But if it's like more than usual passengers, because they sort of schedule it like, depends on the route. Like his route is like it's 2.5 hours to get there, an hour wait, and 2.5 hours to get back. And so obviously routes are Pacific, so the only time if there's ever diversion, then obviously people will be notified, and what they will do, especially on the outer routes, I'm not sure about that, I ain't been on a bus for years, but what they would normally do is they'll send a shuttle bus round. So the main bus will go and miss that village and send a shuttle bus. So because they're only going to that one village and then back out again, because maybe the road works or whatever they're doing, the main bus can't fit down there. So there's to send a small bus or a group of small buses to counteract that. So they split the route. So if they have to go to Oxford, they'll send some buses from Oxford to wherever that village is, and then the other half will go from that village to Swindon. But the main route will divert around that village, because obviously you mainly get all the elderly living in the villages, and it's like still back in the olden days, you only get like the post office come once a fortnight or something.
Oh wow!
It's like an old lady opens up her house for the post office. And when I lived in a village in Hannington, the nearest post office from Hannington was all the way down a place called Castle Eaton near Fairford, and she would only open her house up every Thursday afternoon for 2 hours. It was her house, and she'd open up a window, and people would be stood outside, rain or not, and you put a letter in, and she take the small parcels, but the main parcels was like, I think that was monthly back in the day. And I mean, they were used to it, they were used to it. It's like being from the city, so to speak. It was like, it was one more or less everywhere, so it's like convenient. But living out there is like, man, this is like time forgot. This is, and there would be a little house near Fairford, and she would make tons and tons of jams, loads of big thick cream cakes with chocolate on them, or creams and stuff like that, and smaller cakes, fairy cakes. And she used to do like a charity for about 4 different charities, in fact. One was for not children in need, but respite children, you know, to send Christmas presents in and stuff like that. The other one was to pay for the fuel to run localized ambulances because they're not governed, they're not sponsored by anybody, and then that would run if it was a local person. And another one, if someone had an emergency, they needed a taxi because it's a village, you know, so you should have like a taxi fund. Right. So you ring her up and say, I need a taxi. I'd never used it, but that's what I was used. And another one was for wheelchair maintenance. David Smith's in the house. Actually, he's in the house. And but anyway,
Can you see me?
I can.
But you used to go and get these big cakes, and what you've done, and I see it happen a few times. People used to walk in and take a load of stuff and then not pay anything, and you say, "Hey, hang on a minute, that you know, you're nicking some of the stuff. Like, you know, this is not free." And
Silver Tea is in the house too, buddy.
Yeah, Silver Tea, Wick. And but yeah, it was obviously I used to put like £5 in, and it sort of like covered all the charities, and then £1 for like, you know, a bit more. But then I used to take like 2 cakes, you know, take them in, but they were like proper homemade baking, you know, farmers baking. Like, it was really, really cool. You just put your YouTube channel in, by the way.
Well, so I should anyway. But okay, well, let me work on this.
You're having a whale of a time over there, aren't you, Skipper? So how is Mr. T, IBB for life, Commonwealth Brothers, Mr. Wick from Texas? I'm actually a Dallas Cowboys fan. I hope he's not a Texans fan. I hope he's a Dallas Cowboys fan. And a Texas Rangers fan, of course. Oh yeah, it'll be gone by the weekend. A Titans fan? Why should be a Titans fan?
He's got a long way to go before he can call that a beard.
Yeah, I have actually. Even with no, Treasure, you haven't got to be up. You're always awake.
I'm sorry, I'm open.
Yeah, Asian Polar Bear says Silver Tea. Treasure Woman, have a great night, my friend. I know you'll probably still be up. I don't know when you ever get time to sleep, to be honest.
She has kids. She's never fully asleep.
No, that's true.
She always keeps one eye open.
Sweetheart, remember, no wearing the Eskimo clothing in bed tonight, right? It's not good for you.
Okay.
I got a question for you, actually. Listen to it. I got a question for you, Skipper. Right? What's that place in Canada? I trouble saying. Is it? Let me guess. Don't tell me.
Saskatchewan?
That's it, Saskatchewan, right?
Saskatchewan.
What vehicle was invented in that place?
Saskatchewan?
In Saskatchewan?
Yes.
The Skidoo.
No, it's another one. It's powered. It's fossil powered. So it's man-made. Everything's man-made, but this is like
A quad?
Yeah, was it a quad?
No.
Okay. Let's see. The Rolls Royce.
That was British.
I just wanted to see his look on his face, like what? Well, how about a John Deere combine?
No.
The
This is so
USS
very specific.
the Enterprise.
No. Shall I tell you?
Yes.
I think so.
The aeroplane car.
Oh, the
Airplane car.
aeroplane car.
Oh, really?
That's kind of like the aeroplane bike, but a little more advanced.
Well, they look like they're made out of aeroplane parts, and they used to be back in the 50s, I think. And the cockpit, and they had like and a British, I think it was a Wasp engine on the back of them, and
A Wasp engine.
yeah, from World.
So
I
it
can't
was a
remember the
really tiny engine with a stinger on it.
No, the name of the Wasp. There's bit of a sting in this one. Yeah,
Fly that thing, you get a buzz.
The colours are black and white. No, it was they look really cool actually. Obviously on skis, obviously, and I was watching because one of my favourite programs is Buffalo Airways, and I was watching one of the old episodes yesterday,
Yes.
and Joe managed to buy a aeroplane car, and he got it going. Hi, Tracy.
Yeah.
She said hi.
That's Laura's famous fan. Look at her little colours there. Look. That way, down a bit, lift a bit. That's it. Hello, Skipper's boss lady. So he says. Yeah. No sting, but plenty of bite as.
I'm going to give David a chance at the con. So he's joining the bridge here, and he's going
Good
to
night, sweet, I
chat
love you.
with
Good night,
Well,
babe. I'll see you
while I
in a bit.
find out what's going on here.
Okie dokie.
Okay, David. Yeah, it's all yours.
Hello there, David. How
Hello.
are you doing? So he's entrusted me with you tonight then. He's brave.
I'm trying to be. I'll
So-
take this off so you can actually see me.
I understand you got Numismaniac into coin collecting, so to speak.
Unfortunately, yes.
And here we are.
And
No.
here we are. What's
And,
only been, what, 2-3 years?
Yeah, it's been 2 or 3 years. And thank you for doing that because he's absolutely a great entertainment guy. He's a really nice person.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I've got a lot of respect for Mr. Skipper there.
Yeah, I've
And,
known Pat for years.
Oh, wow. So what made you get him into coins? You
Well,
might be
I
asking
happened to
questions here as
mention
well.
to, like I showed him some of the coins that I had, and he said, "Really?" And I said, "Yeah, because I have all these." Like my mother was a collector, and she had all these books. So I showed him the books, and he's going, "Oh wow, how do you do this?" I'm going, "Well, here you go. That's how you do it."
That is awesome. Now we do have a new collector in the house, which is Neil's comics and videos games.
Right.
And of course you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And let's say, hey David, great beard by the way. We finally got the new meat suit.
I'm trying to. I'm not as white as Pat, but or I should say, what do you call him, Pat or Carrie?
Pat, we call him Skipper.
Oh, okay.
And
I'm a skipper.
So yeah, when you said really, that sounds just like him. So you've obviously known him.
I tried.
So if anybody wants to ask David any questions, that would be absolutely awesome. I don't know if Neil's staying or going. Bye out, everyone. Take care. I don't know why is Neil busy? He might be at work actually. So Uh, Civil Tanner said we should be calling Tracy the Rear Admiral. Um, um, so, what was it that he liked when you opened your books? I mean, what got you interested in? Oh, you've probably been collecting a very, very long time.
I've been collecting coins probably since I was 15.
All right, okay.
And I'm 58 now, so I've been collecting for a long time.
What, 45 years?
About that. Yeah. So I'm an old timer at it, not like Pat. He's still fresh and new under the years, but
he's come a long way, actually. To be fair, he's come a long way in a couple of years for your guidance, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Weaves World's in the house. Taffy Coins is in the house. You might know Taffy, of course.
Patrick has changed a lot.
Yeah, this is a younger version.
With the beard and that, I would have to say when he first started, it wasn't pure white. So, but when he did finally get a pure white beard, it was like, you're Santa, because all he has to do is put that outfit on, and he looks like Santa.
Yeah. Perfect. So what did you start collecting? Was it, I mean, the way I started collecting when I was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
I used to play with like coins and put dates together and see if I can make a date run and that sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
And that sort of got interesting, and it grew from there. See what other collections I've seen. Now I've seen some of the older money, because obviously we got the pre-decimal coins, and obviously I was born after pre-decimal day, and I didn't know what they were. So we had these pennies, we had these threepenny bits, eightpennies, and stuff like that. And I didn't really know much about them. I was just trying to get the dates together, regardless of the denomination. So what was your goal with your collection? Did you know what you were looking for?
When I first started way back, I used to work for West Edmonton Mall, and what we had to do was clean out all the fountains of the coins. So what they did is it turned off all the fountains and then let the water drain out, and then we had to go in, collect all these coins, put them in 5-gallon buckets, and then we took them to a room, and then we started cleaning them and sorting them. And so, you know, I would see a really neat looking coin that I've never seen before, so I took it. And that's what started it. Because I saw all these coins from around the world, and that's what really drew me into it, was how different other countries' coins look like.
Yeah, but it's
the older the better. I love old coins.
Definitely. I mean, the same for me is like, I mean, I love world coins. I do collect the British coins, obviously, but the world coins, it doesn't have to be a specific type of coin. It doesn't have to be precious metals or anything like that. It's just eye appealing.
Yes,
to me.
Exactly. Yeah. And if you can make out on a coin that looks like it could be from like 1821 or something like that, that brings excitement.
Yeah, it does.
I'm holding something that somebody had over 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, wow, this is just awesome.
And they used it for whatever purpose, and that tells a story. That's what I like about it. You got a load of history in your hand, and it's ended up in your collection. That's the buzz to me.
Yeah.
We have Mr. Unlocked in the house. Nice to see you, my friend. I mean, it'd be nice to see like other people talk about their collections like you do. Because obviously we got some new collectors, and people obviously got their own stories of where they collected. That's what I like to know about their history. And so yeah, we all follow the same sort of path. But coins have, coins itself, no matter where they are in the world, have their same function.
Right.
You
Right.
buy goods with it. You buy something with it, or you can buy presents with it. You can have a mate out. You can have a night out with some friends. There's so many stories that has been told over these coins.
Yeah.
And that would be a dream job, says Silver T. We got a pub just over the road. It's called the White Horse, and they've got a massive, huge. They own part of the canal that goes through it, so it's like concreted, and they throw coins in there. And I tell you, it is some really nice coins. It's thick with coins. So I'm going to go over there one day and ask if I can actually go around with my magnet and just fish out these coins. Yeah, the trouble is, though, Tanya, you'll be throwing your own coins in the wishing well.
Well, a lot of people thought when they were throwing coins into all the different fountains and stuff like in West Edmonton Mall, they all thought that was a wishing well. So they got pretty full of coins.
Yeah.
I think that another thing that I find the most interesting about coins is their shape. And, the color of them, the texture of them, they're all different. And that's the exciting thing about them.
I mean, we got some from Hong Kong. I got some like clam shaped ones. You get the square ones. It's this. You got like the 12-sided coins here, the 7-sided.
Right.
The the hexagon, and things like that. It's just so we do have our strange shapes here.
Right.
With silver bullion itself, you do get your different shapes there, but as in coins itself, as in numismatics, again with banknotes, you get your different sizes. You do get the smaller ones and the larger ones, really big blanket type ones.
I know I have one coin that has a square hole in the middle, and then it's kind of perfectly round around the outside, but I can't figure out what country that is.
It's not Chinese, is it? It's not from China.
It could be. It could be. Like the writing on it is, it's either China or Japan, one of the two.
It's more likely to be China. If I'm right. Does it look like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's China.
Oh, that's China. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I don't have very many coins from around the world, but I do have quite a few. But because I was always wondering how many people are coming to West Edmonton Mall in Edmonton, and you won't believe on how many different cultures that come through that mall.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I've never actually checked our like smaller fountains here. Let's have a nosy in, to be honest. It's because it stinks like crazy anyway.
Yes, it did smell not too good when we first took them all out of the fountains, I'll tell you that. But yeah, after we cleaned them all up, it was a lot better. But the nice thing about that was that all the money that was taken out of those fountains was donated to some kind of foundation.
Apart from ones you liked.
Yeah. Well, I only took
It's different thinking, isn't it? It's a different era, different thinking. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The thing is, you're looking after them permanently. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So you collect obviously world coins.
World coins, Canadian coins, US coins, my
Do you
biggest,
have a favorite at all? Do you have a top favorite?
well, the majority of my coins are Canadian. My favorites are the world coins, definitely. Like I don't have a lot of them. I would like to see more of them. Like, they don't have to be worth anything. I just want to see what they look like and get a feel for them. So if anyone out there has an extra one or two they wouldn't mind getting rid of, I'd be very happy to make a good home for them.
Yeah, I'll try and sort you out some there. See what I can find for you. I'm in the middle of actually going through my world coins right now, so any duplicates I can sort out for. It's not a problem. I do send Skipper some. I'm not sure if he's shown you. I sent him a King Henry III or second. I can't remember which one it is now. I think it's the third farthing, a clip farthing.
Oh, okay.
So obviously, back in the day, you'd have your coin, and then it'd be a half or 4 quarters, and they used to slice them into farthings, a fourth of a coin.
Yeah.
And he was chuffed with that one, so that was really good. I try, because Skipper sends me some amazing stuff, like a lot of people have done, and I try and keep it. Everything I do, I try and keep it personal to people.
Yeah.
So rather than just sending anything, if they don't mind waiting, it could be a long wait until I say, right, I know they like those type of coins,
right?
So, or they like that type of something. So I will go out my way and try and find them.
Yeah, because it's hard to get coins now because everyone's using debit cards and Visa debit cards or whatever in Canada. So a lot of people don't use cash or coins anymore. So it's kind of a hard thing to find nowadays.
Which is an absolute shame because I don't think that will last too long. Coins, especially with small change, because we got like this system over here. I don't know if it's the same over anywhere else, where you have to pay a minimum payment, even though you don't have to. You go into a convenience store and they say you have to pay £3 because over here they're forcing you to buy something you don't need.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's been scrapped since 2016, a minimum charge. So even though there's no real, it's down to the discretion to the company. But if you go into like a major store, you can buy anything you want at any price. You can go and spend like on a packet of chewing gum like 20p or something.
Wow.
So in normal convenience stores, they do a £3 charge. Some do a £10 charge. Some do a £3. Sort of avoid them.
And what does that go for? Like,
sorry,
what is you're getting this money, and what are you getting back for it? Just to be
you have to buy
privilege going in the store.
So if you say you just want to go and get a drink, say it's hot day, you want to go and buy a drink, you got to buy 3 drinks, a £1 each. So you think, well, I don't need to spend that much. A lot of people don't have that much to get to waste. And they say it's a minimum payment because they get a charge. Well, they use World Pay, which don't charge you anything anyway. So that's something I don't understand. They don't charge you for that.
Right.
But yeah, the World Pay that they use is a bit of and Unlock's just passed 100 subs, and so you're probably going to be doing a giveaway of a lock and a bit of silver. So that's pretty cool. So congratulations to Unlock there. As you know, Unlock with EAC, they do like they're fascinating because they do like sport lock picking.
Oh, okay.
And it fascinates me. I find them really interesting. I really like different collectors. Neil does comics, cards, video games, and of course he's just started on coins. EAC's just finds amazing coins from Coinstar. Silver Tanafer, as you know, his name's in the thing. He likes collecting his silver, he likes collecting his coins, he does metal detecting. He used to do silver pouring and stuff, but he blew up his furnace.
Oh no.
But yeah, I'm into all sorts of stuff as well, like cards, toys, TV cards, sports cards, mainly coins and banknotes, stamps.
I collect Lucille Ball memorabilia.
Okay.
Do you know who Lucille Ball is?
Not really. I've heard of him, but I can't think of him. But
the show is called I Love Lucy.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's Lucille Ball, and I collect just about everything I can find of her, and I also like pigs.
My stepdaughter, she wants one of those pot belly pigs.
Oh, I'd love one. I would love one. They're very smart.
Yeah. Some people get a little bit mixed up. They think they're buying a pot belly pig. They're not. They're actually buying a full blown pig.
Right. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Because when they're piglets, they all look the same size. But wait till they grow up.
I want to do some metal detection. Got a cheap detector. I'm in the UK, so lots. Which part of the UK are you in from there, and lots? Dave Silvertown, he sells foreign coins, £1, £2, and £3 lots. That's actually Lucille Ball was one of the greatest actresses of the 20s. Absolutely, yeah. Oh snap! Yeah. Skipper morphed into a different person. Phil Guy, and obviously collects coins. He does banknotes. He collects cards. I love his vintage gaming. What he shows. Oh, Cornwall. Oh, lovely. Down in the south. He's down in the southwest there. I'm in the southwest south. I'm in Wiltshire. So Cornwall, the home of the Cornish pasty, of course. The real Cornish pasty is the one with
pasty.
the Cornish pasty is one with the custard and meat, mate. Not these ones you buy from the grocery store, and they're like fingertip. These things are like huge. Gotta love the pasty. So yeah, if you want to go into a real pirate town there, I'm not sure which part of Cornwall he's in, but
well, I'm going to step out now so that the skipper can get back in.
Oh, you don't have to.
No, you're fine. Skipper's all right.
Yeah, you're probably interesting.
I'm not that.
Really?
I just needed a seat.
He thought of everything about you, Skipper.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was all my fault that he got crazy.
Oh, you didn't tell him how I got started collecting, did you?
Yeah, custard of meat. Custard of meat. You have custard on one side and meat on the other.
It's all my fault.
History Man is another great guy. He does obviously really old music, vinyls, world vinyls as well, which is actually, I was in his stream the other day, actually really interesting. Oh my God, Two Beards.
Pennsylvania 65000.
Captain Two Beards.
Yep. I just need to get a hat like his. Or did she get this?
Look, ask Dale about UK metal detecting laws. Yeah, I know there's some laws. I should read up on it. Metal detecting where I live, obviously, it's not far from like Stonehenge, Avery, and all those areas. Unless you get permission from the landowner, you're fine. But if you're going around delicate areas, you either have to be into metal detecting clubs. I expect around Cornwall as well, with all the boroughs around there. In Cornwall, they got all these, like burial. They're burrows, but like burial grounds.
Oh, okay.
And they go really deep into grounds. Plus, they got the mine in there from the Cornish mines, and that's where the Cornish pasty come from because of the minings. Would be down there for like 12 hours a day. So the pastry was sweet but not sour.
Right.
And you would eat meat and potato and vegetables in it on one side, and then the actual pasty itself, the outer crust was just for grip, and you wouldn't eat that because obviously with miners' hands they'll be very dirty and black. So you would eat one side as the meat, and then as a dessert you'd have the pudding, which is probably going to be like an apple pie of some kind, or on the other side. So, but you'd throw the crimp bit you wouldn't eat.
The pies were named after the miners because by the time they got out of those dark holes, they had a complexion that was literally Cornish pasty.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, it's the beaches are fine, providing that the beach is not land owned.
Is the you just mentioned it, where all the stones are
Stonehenge.
Stonehenge, yeah.
Yes, I remember that place well.
Is that on private land also, or is that
It's on
government
private
owned?
land. There is actually a family that own it, but it's part of the English heritage.
Oh, okay.
So if you live in a certain place, it's free to get in. If you know the trick, you can get in there.
There we go.
Do you feel better now, matey?
Yeah.
I feel left out now. I'm gonna have to get a cap, I think.
Yeah.
If you're seeing double, do not adjust the screens, okay?
Yeah. We be on board the bridge. It's an interesting looking bridge we have.
Captain's on the bridge and his first and his XO.
Yeah.
That be the XO definitely.
No, that's a COO.
COOKIE.
I'm not being funny, but they're like a couple of dodgy bus drivers, didn't they?
Nope. This not be me bus driver.
Ding ding.
Ding ding, here we come.
Articles are.
You bring the crew up. Yeah, he was drifting. Double skipper. We got the double decker, now we got the double skipper.
Double your pleasure, double your fun with double mint, double good, double mint gum.
He's got lots of one-liners, lots and lots of them. And believe it or not, I still laugh at it.
Actually, the White Star Line had a lot more liners than that.
Hey, Skipper, I thought I was actually talking to you when he goes, "Oh, really?" I thought.
Oh, really? Oh, dear. So where are all these people living that come join you on a Wednesday night?
Silver Tanner is in New Zealand. Dimebag is obviously in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Guy is in Louisiana. History Man, I'm not sure, but he's in the United States. Not sure exactly where. Alexander Smith is in Glasgow, Scotland. I'm in Yorkshire. EAC.
My grandmother was born in Glasgow.
Sorry?
My grandmother was born in Glasgow, Scotland.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It's a lovely place.
Oh
There's
no,
one
wait a
place I
minute.
love
It's
to
not
visit
that
there is
one.
Edinburgh.
Have you ever heard of Kilbarton?
No, I'm sure Alex knows that better than I do.
Okay.
Don't ask Alex. We won't understand him with that accent of his.
Well, his Scottish is just like everybody else's English and American and Canadian right now because his type. Who else is in the house? We had Neil. Neil is from Great Britain, but he's
Okay.
moved to America.
Ooh, Alexander Smith. Where are you from?
Oh, he's in Scotland.
Alexander
yeah.
Smith is in
Oh,
Scotland?
yeah, you got to talk to him. He's another Smith.
Yeah. You don't know, Barry. There's so many
Oh, I
Smiths
gotta
in the
I gotta
world.
have you talk to Alexander. That'll be a treat.
Alexander Smith?
Oh yeah, Alexander.
Yeah,
He's
Barton,
excited.
that's what he
He's
said.
awesome.
Alex,
Oh, okay.
you actually trying to say that you didn't understand?
There's no such thing as no. The reason why you never heard of it is because it's on the other side of the rainbow.
Oh dear. Silver Dawn.
All right, you're getting a bit risque there.
You shouldn't be cuffed up. Oh, kinky there.
Yeah, a
Kinky.
little bit.
How do you know he gets cuffed up in bed? That's a question, isn't
Oh,
Very interesting that they are from the home of the Indy 500. That explains why every time we talk to them, they're going like this.
Yeah. What of the AC go round in circles?
Oh, this is a hoot.
EAC is in obviously Indianapolis, Indiana. So yeah,
You just wanted to say Indianapolis 500, didn't you?
Yeah, I just want to say Indianapolis 500. Indianapolis. I saw a silver coin today actually, where Nigel Mansell won the Indy 500. Obviously, he won the F1 championship, and a year later he was signed over to the Indy car, and he won that Red 5.
Oh, okay.
Metal detecting NC's got a good one there. Yes, I know you're seeing double, buddy.
Yeah, just his set, Sawyer.
Who looks more like an old seaman, him or me?
Do you look like old seaman?
Oh my lord!
I'm sorry.
Maybe on our old rock over there.
I'm answering that one. When you're on this stream, you must think before you start saying stuff.
Exactly.
Because this lot's wild, I tell you.
Alexander picked up on that.
I thought it was really funny because I've got the gray black beard and he's just got white.
Just?
Yeah.
At least mine's matching my hat.
Exactly.
And I've just got the baby beard.
Yes, you're still a baby.
See, I'm a baby.
How old are you?
50.
50. Oh, you are just a baby.
Doesn't that make you feel better?
I still feel older than you, Skipper.
Well, you know what? You're such a cut up, literally. I can understand why you feel older than me.
I was put together. That's why you call me a model.
Together. You're almost bionic.
Yeah, it probably cost me $6 million to put me together. Hang on, inflation rate with that probably $25 million now.
More than likely.
Bill the Sailor. Yeah, of course I know that one. You might think it's Goofy, the man in the moon's a newfie, sailing on to glory in his story, the Newfoundlander salamander tongue.
They're going to start singing sea shanties in a minute.
Polar bear is too young for this conversation.
Oh well, you don't know polar bear. We know polar bear.
Oh, polar bear, he's awesome.
Polar bear needs medicine. When polar bear gets excited, you know he's excited.
Yeah, polar bear is the best. He's absolutely the best. He has a bit of a sugar rush, and then you can't stop him. And I think EAC pampers him too much. Is what it is.
So Alexander Smith here. He keeps keeping my mind clean. I wash it with soap and water.
Told you, they're put together in pieces.
Oh my.
So we haven't had anybody courageous enough to come up.
Well, I was.
Yeah, look what happened to you.
I know, I've been corrupt.
Oh man. Is this yours?
Is that mine? No,
that's
that's
just
not mine.
roller skates.
No, you want to see mine? You want to see one of my stickers? I got gypped. My stickers are so small, they look like they're bottle caps.
Really?
Yeah, I was expecting 3-inch ones. This is what I got.
Oh no.
Yeah, what? Isn't that lame?
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's awful.
That's
only about 1.5 inches wide.
1 inch?
1.5.
No, maybe on the outer edge.
Whoops.
I'm not pampered.
That thing off.
Polar bear.
Sorry about that.
He
Polar bear says.
called the skipper.
Polar bear says, "I'm not pampered. I rule the roost."
You think?
Oh, polar bear, he's awesome. He's just. I love the way EAC taps him on the gives a little patter. Make sure he's behaving himself, and then as soon as he sees the suckers, that's it. He's off on one.
What do you do when you don't come to in the morning?
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Now this is strange. Do you remember? Have you ever seen Airplane where you pop up the pilot, the emergent?
Inflatable pop-up, yeah.
Go away. All that just to get the link.
Yep.
There we go. I got the link in there now.
That's your phone.
Oh, this is my phone.
Yeah.
You know, I could have done it, Skip, if you asked me. I think
Say what?
I may have been able to. No, I wouldn't be able to do it, would I?
It's okay. I did it. This bloody, high tech stuff. It's so much easier when we had wooden masts and sails and used rope. No. It was the best scene in Airplane. I loved it.
I speak jive, yeah.
Yeah, you should be able to get on yours now.
I love how they pronounce skidoo. Who said that? That was Silver
Tanawa. He's in New Zealand.
Oh.
He's surprised whenever we speak because we speak with such perfect English.
Oh, do we now?
Yes.
It's a lot better than his.
Whose?
First mate.
Oh, well, you think his that you haven't talked to you haven't talked to Alexander.
Oh, this is so bad. Skip again. You haven't talked to
What? I just lost his name. Why can't I remember his name? Kyle.
Oh, Kyle, yeah.
You start talking to a Welshman, you're like, what?
We should have a conversation between Kyle and Alex.
Oh, I have a feeling they'd understand each other very well.
And then Irish Collector.
Lay him down and smack him, yak him? What the heck does that mean?
Who said that? Oh, metal detecting NC.
Lay him down and smack him, yak him.
Oh,
Ski-doo.
skidoo.
Skipper skidoo now. Say ski.
Ski?
Yeah, skiing doesn't go well with Skipper very well.
Ski-doo.
Skidoo.
Skidoo? Skedaddle. Oh,
Actually, I'm being told by my kids and my other people that I know, you don't call them skidoos anymore. They're supposed to be called sleds.
well, they can call them sleds all they want. We know what they are.
Exactly. But that's because the manufacturer of the sleds, which was Skidoo, was the first people that made a machine that could go across snow and be powered. So Skidoo was basically the first ones to start it. And every other one that came out just used to be called Skidoo.
Yep, the first Skidoo I ever used, I yanked that bloody cord and the dog sled went right out front and we had the pups running along in front of it.
Whoopsie skidoo then.
It wasn't called the Skidoo, it was called a skedaddle.
Skedaddle.
Skedaddle. Skedaddle off.
They are snowmobiles. Yes, they are snowmobiles.
I think I know what you guys are talking about anyway.
Way down yonder in the cornfield with the snowmobiles. Down mobile, We're actually rather goofy tonight.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's because of me.
Yeah. Goofy rubs off. Gosh, I thought I was the only one goofy around here. Yuck.
You got
Yes, I know about the sea dudes. That's what you use down in New Zealand because that's how you get from the North and South Island, isn't it?
No, he just swims.
Oh, I wouldn't want to swim in those waters.
No.
They got
He's
yucky
fine.
things in that water.
He's fine.
And that's also Shark Den.
Yeah, shark would be part of it. Then there's horrible jellyfish and
Manta rays.
Yeah, of course the manta rays are there.
Nothing that silver tail for Continental. He's Terminator.
Whales.
No, Wales is in England. Not.
Isn't there anything over there?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's North and South Island.
Right.
I'm a river monster, so I just swim.
Told you, didn't I?
Yeah, I actually watched an episode of The Big Bang Theory tonight, and it brought me back about half a century to when I used to go fishing with my dad.
Oh, is that with the one they did on Nintendo?
No, it was where they had to learn how to fish. And of course, they poured. It was Penny that was showing them how to fish, and she brought a big container of night crawlers out, dumped them on the counter, and they're all afraid to touch them. It was hysterical.
Yeah.
The way they hang it on the hook. Now put it on the hook.
That's right. They put it on the hook. That was so funny. My dad had a great way of getting night crawlers. He used to use a cattle prod up until the time he forgot to shut the stupid thing off. That was a disaster. That was almost as bad as his efforts to make coconut wine.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, who bores out coconuts, puts yeast in them, plugs them back in, and buries them in the backyard? What do you think's going to happen? Our neighbors were rather upset when the minefield started going off.
Oh man.
Yeah, I didn't say I came from a smart gene pool. Honestly.
All right.
So what's
Harpy Moby Dick.
tell us something out there, you guys? Coconuts and have what? Oh, okay.
No, he was definitely not Ahab.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy some coconuts. I'm used to the space.
You go right ahead. You go right ahead. It's really entertaining. Sounds like a case of dirty nuts.
Dirt nuts.
You know, I think of all the wonderful things I could have now that I'm old, if I hadn't destroyed them when I was in my youth. All those beautiful model planes that I blew up with my firecrackers. I had an original Enterprise, very first one that came out. Put it on a string, had some cherry bombs in that sucker. Man, did that ever explode? It was like the Wrath of Khan.
Oh man.
We all do all types of stuff, so.
Yeah, I know. The best part about it is I had containers of silver dollars that I cashed in to buy the models. And I'm absolutely in grief over that now because I know how much they would be worth.
Right. Nah, we all regret that.
Yeah, the only time I ever tried to make alcohol was one time I tried to make beer in my fridge. And of course, I was single at the time. So I had a 5-gallon bucket in my fridge, and I invited all the neighbors' husbands over. I was the only single guy in the trailer court. There we were lying on our backs with a siphon hose drinking right out of the bucket. Oh, worst hangovers I ever had.
Alcohol pills in the morning.
Oh my goodness. Stupid is as stupid does, I guess.
Well, it's not quite as bad. He tried to kill me with one drink.
What are you talking about? Kill you with one drink.
You did. I had one drink. I was helping him and his buddy clean out an apartment that they were in, or a house, I should say. And they offered me a drink. I said, sure, I'll have a drink. It looked like clear water, right? No. I drank the whole glass. It was only like half an inch. But I was out so quick. I did have I woke up the next morning not knowing where I was.
It was Al-Cool.
Al-Cool.
That's Al-Cool. Al-Cool is like moonshine.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I've had 110 proof moonshine before, and it did nothing. But this, whoa!
Yeah, it was bad. It's just pure alcohol. It's just
Yeah,
like,
it's probably ethanol alcohol. That's probably what that was.
I used to make moose milk on it.
Ah! Oh my!
Sorry if I'm dead like silent all the time. I just don't have nothing to add.
You are young, you know.
Yeah.
But at least you're working on your record collection, which is great.
Yeah, pretty much.
What kind of records do you collect?
The records that I collect?
Yeah,
I mostly collect 78 RPM shellac records.
78. Okay.
Yeah.
I have some 45s,
Okay.
and I've also got some really old ones. I can't remember what they are, but the record itself is almost 1/8 of an inch thick.
Okay, now you're starting to talk the older ones. So you're talking.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know what they are.
Well,
though.
you know what? You should start looking through that hodgepodge you got and see if you can find what it is, because now I'm interested. And he's
yeah, I can find it.
What he collects.
Have you seen what Caliphone and MC's written?
Yeah, it's like what the records pretty much I mostly collect. I do have like the common US ones, but I do have some very rare Argentine tango records and Japanese
Oh.
78s. So I have most of the foreign stuff too. I have is kind of rare.
Right.
But I do have, common American 78s, like the big band and jazz 78s. I pretty much just collect every recording that I have, and if I don't like that recording, I want to document it first to let people
Right.
know that it exists. And if I don't like that recording, I just resell it.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's a very cool hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've got 3 boxes of vinyl, and I also have this one record. It's a comedy team, and it's on a red vinyl. I also have one vinyl record that is a picture disc.
Oh, those picture discs. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Do
know.
you have any of those?
Do I have any of those? No, not yet.
Not yet.
I did see some. I was looking through eBay for more Japanese records. I did see more like picture disc ones, and not
Okay.
just Japanese, but I see some US ones that are pretty cool.
Do you
But I
understand
don't
the
know,
Japanese language?
huh?
Do you understand the Japanese language?
I'm a starter.
Oh,
I
okay.
know the read. Yeah, I'm a starter. So
I was just asking because you collect the Japanese records, so I was just wondering if you understood what they were saying.
yeah, oh, you got a phone call there.
Nope, sorry, it was just an alarm.
Is this an alarm? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it tells them to breathe.
What happened? What happened, Skipper? What'd you say, Skipper?
I said tells them to breathe.
Okay, now.
But so I mean,
Really.
if you watched my interview on the Cambodian record guy that I made yesterday,
Yeah.
I said that it really came out of convenience. So pretty much so back in the day, this was back in 20, I'm guessing like 2020 or 2021, because when I first collected it was back in 2019
Oh, okay.
when my grandfather passed away. So I before 2019, I wasn't interested in records at all. I was pretty much collecting coins. I was and I still do. I was pretty much collecting other antiques, but not records, because I just thought, oh, I could just pull it up on my, on YouTube for music if I want to listen to music. So I just never really thought collecting records. Back then I just want nothing to do with them. I just thought it was an outdated format, and so forth and so forth.
Yeah.
But I had a couple guys, and this was back in 18. There was 2 guys. I'm not sure if you guys know who the 78 Prof is.
Nope, doesn't ring a bell.
All right, so he was he archived, so like pretty much he has like every US hit from like what was charting at the time, from like 1920, has to be like the mid 20s, like maybe like 24, 25 to like he's doing like early 70s stuff. So like maybe like 72. Okay. So he has like all the top charts, like every single hit.
Wow.
His 78 channel back in 2018, I think it was taken down. So I was kind of upset about that.
Why?
I think it was due to like I'm not sure if companies wanted to make, I think from my understanding, I think it was companies that was trying to get his record recordings and put them up to CDs, and just threatening to sue him if it ever happens.
Well, it could very well have been because of copyright.
Yeah, but still,
I
it's
mean,
like,
even if the record's 200 years old, if there's a copyright still on that song, then whoever is relative to that person that made the song will continue to raise or get the money from a record, even though he's not alive now.
Well,
yeah. Here's the problem. What do we have with this? I'm gonna go ahead.
In the US and UK, any record that is, I'm not sure how long it is, but after, I think it's 75 years or 81 years, it has, then it goes into the domain, the public domain,
Right.
where
Right.
nobody owns the record then, not
Right.
even the family, don't get royalties on it.
I mean,
Um,
records.
especially,
Oh, go ahead.
especially classical. Sorry,
Records.
I just
Okay, yeah, sure, no problem. I know records right now from like the 1900s, early 1900s to like the 1910s, even like early 20, like 1920, 21, 22, they're public domain now, so I don't have to deal with that. But the problem is that what I'm trying to say is that if you have like your own like CD company, right? You have your own CD company and you upload, let's say, a 78 from like 1932, and then you want to get his record recordings from that YouTube channel and just claim it and just saying that it's theirs, you know what I mean? And from that company, it's not from the record label or anything like that. So, and then threatening to like sue you just because you're grabbing audio from that YouTube channel,
Right.
and then threatening to sue them, even though reality is that you really, really, really don't own the music, and technically, what he's kind of doing is just saying illegal, pretty much.
there you go.
Yeah.
It is so depending on the song and how big a hit it was. In the United States, it's 70 years.
Oh yeah,
So,
I know.
Depending on the size of it, it's like if it's not a very well-known record, it's going to be a lot less.
Right. Yeah.
Obviously, if it's going to be something like Buddy Holly, and people like that, or anything, probably past the 60s.
Yeah.
So, 60s before. So I would probably say the 20s is well within range. The 30s are well within range, and the 40s. So 50s, depending. 60s, obviously, still not there yet. Obviously, these are hit records, obviously.
Yeah, mostly did hits.
So yeah, in the UK, depending again, it's a simple, because it says here that the public domain depends on country to country. 50 to 75 years here in the UK, depending on the type of music, the creative work of the music, the lyrics of the music, because a lot of these like Ed Sheeran, he's been done over probably around about 50 times by copyright, because he takes pieces of other people's music and tunes and uses it for his own music, and he says he's written that music. So with YouTube, you have fair use, and then there's copyright. If you're selling the music, it's copyright. If you're just using it as fair use, you should be all right.
Right.
But with what happened with Ed Sheeran, for argument's sake, because he's the biggest copyright critic of them all, he's been in jail. He's been in court probably in 21 about 8 times. He's actually given him fines over 150 million in fines, because he's saying, because he's selling his music, you see. So he's taking pieces of music, changing a very small note of it, and then used it. But if you look at Maroon No. 5's tune, he's taken a tune back right from the 20s, and he's used it for his own creation. But because it's in the 20s, there's only so many chords you can have on a musical instrument anyway. So it's very hard to define between fair use and then copyright. So, you've got, I think, guitars, and you've got 16 chords. So you can't really do much with the chords. So it's difficult. But the lyrics itself, what Ed Sheeran does, he takes music and takes the lyrics from other people.
From like the 20s, like from like the 78 era?
No, he takes them from new music. From
Canada.
100. But last year he went to court about 8 times, 150 million in damages he's done. But you know, he makes triple more than that, so it's pennies to him, isn't it? So, he's renowned for. That's why I used him as an example, because Happy Birthday is just gone out of. That was actually done in the 30s, so that was actually, now it's in the public domain. It's not long. I think it was probably only a couple of years. In fact, I'll have to check on that one. Because that's why a lot of movies don't have sing Happy Birthday in those type of in certain movies. But I think Happy Birthday is not long. Might be a bit. Happy Birthday.
But pretty much what I was trying to say is that they would do that, or a lot of companies like, let's say Sony would do something like that.
Well, Sony is owned by Simon Cowell, which is called, is it SoCal Corporation? Simon Cowell is a bit of an arse anyway.
Right. Yeah.
But, he thinks he owns the world. Unfortunately, he thinks he's above
Right.
God.
Right. Yeah.
Here's a little education for you Canadian guys out there. Copyright protection happens automatically after the creation of an original musical work, and generally lasts for 50 years from the end of the year in which the author dies.
Oh,
That's shorter. Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, shorter.
the author of the song, not the singer.
The author of the song.
The
Whoever
author.
wrote it.
Whoever wrote it. Oh, okay.
And of course, in Canada, we have reproduction rights, distribution rights, performance rights, neighboring rights, and moral rights.
Yeah.
That's like, oh, phew.
Provided you're not selling the music, you're only using it to your own personal use, it should be okay.
Yeah, as long as you don't use it commercially, it's fine.
Yeah, that's not
Happy birthday.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's not like what we're doing.
You're actually talking about a certain genre of and that person. You're talking about the history of that person, the songs, records, whatever, and then you're using that.
No, we're just archiving the music. That's literally what we're doing.
That's the word I was trying to get at, archiving stuff.
Right.
And there shouldn't be anything wrong with that. No, really, you should be put a pat on the back for preserving this creation.
Well, yeah.
Not being punished for it. Do you know what I mean?
That's why it's like, because like and I talked to a lot of people. The reason why we don't do anything after, at least after 1975, not 1975, 65, is because that's where you get all the strikes and everything else. So we don't want anything to do anything with that. I love 70s music, but it's just, the thing is, I can't. There's nothing I can do really about it, because those are the ones that are very heavily protected under copyright.
Yeah, I suppose they would be. I mean, but yeah, it's a shame really that you're trying to preserve a piece of history.
Yeah.
No different than the museum, and you're getting slated for it.
Yeah, and we're not like I said, and it's like I'm not charging anyone to like listen to the music. We're not charging anybody listening to music. We're not like we want people to enjoy the music for free, and we want people to understand of like what was like in the 78 era, because I came to a guy he had a very interesting comment, right? I was listening to a lot of Brazilian tango. I'm not Brazilian tango, Brazilian samba, and on his channel, somebody commented on his channel, and obviously it was in Portuguese, but it was it said that he said that people, or respect, he said something like this. I don't remember, if I get it wrong, I don't remember what he said fully, but he said that people do remember from music from like 1960 and 1990, respective childhoods. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
the thing is, if we can't remember the music of the first half of the 20th century, from when since recording music has been started, really, or at least those are the oldest records that you can get. And you see people like smashing them and just not really caring about 17 RPM records, because it wasn't really from their time. I don't really see it's worth anything. But the last thing they don't know is that they could possibly have that last recording of that type of record. So so it's good for we people really. And some of the music has been listened to, I'm guessing, since 1960. Hasn't listened to anything. So we just want to preserve a lot of the music there, both both Western and Latin American, and I do have some East Asian stuff, to really preserve and the first half of the 20th century type music, and that's literally what we want to preserve.
Absolutely.
And that's literally what our channels is. It's people who do that. That's really what the community is all about.
It's no different what we're doing. I mean, we're preserving artwork,
Right.
From going back to the ancient era and beyond.
Right.
And then today, I mean, because we're preserving the artwork, we're showing pictures of that somebody else has done. Should that be under copyright? You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, we got William Wyon and Christopher Ironside and John Longacre and William Cousins and all the engravers that they've done.
All the
their work.
engravers that made the coins. Yeah.
It's a similar argument, really.
Right. Exactly. And it's like yeah, and it's like the same thing, I mean, I do coins too, so I can see the perspective as well. Yeah, that's pretty much is like what pretty much everyone that's like into history has these channels. Pretty much what is the important thing of of this type of stuff. We pretty much just really care about the history too. So
you're in the right spot. We love history as well.
That's good. That's really good. And that's pretty much like what we're doing with records, pretty much with everything, really. If you think about it, it's pretty much everything. Like, I collect old photos. I got a bunch of photos of, I don't know who they are, but I just archive them just and say, hey, maybe this is your relative or somebody, and it's for free.
Like those little black and white ones.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I have like cabinet cards too. I got tintypes. I have like a lot of old photos from ranging from probably, I would guessing probably in the 1850s, so or early Civil War era to the 1970s. So wow. I got a bunch of old black and white photos.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, gents, my friend David's got to leave here right quick, so he's going to be off. I hope you enjoyed what he had to share.
Oh, yeah, absolutely awesome. Thank you, Dave, for coming up, my friend. I hope you come up again soon.
I will definitely try.
And I'll sort out some coins for you.
Okay.
And hopefully I'll send them to Skipper, and Skipper will be able to pass them on.
Yeah, definitely.
Good man.
All right, then.
Thank you for sharing your story. Absolutely wonderful.
Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you all again someday in the future.
All right, I'll see y'all. I'll see you guys.
Take care.
Take care.
Yeah, we're preserving, history. I mean, no matter whether you collect stamps, vinyls, or even any type of product, toys from way past bygone times till today, and you're a young lad, you're going to collect that. You're not going to take it out of the box, and you're just going to look after it and not blow it up like the skipper did, and or like Tanny did with his stuff and sink aircraft carriers like Metal Detector and Sea. Then I think as a collecting community overall, we're preserving something because you can say, who made that? I know who made that. Who sang that song? I know. I got the cover of that song. Do you know what I'm saying? You can go and get it out and go, look, this is my archive. Where, as you say, a lot of people just discard this stuff.
Yeah.
And whether it is coins, vinyls, stamps, pin badges, photographs, people's got rid of it. But obviously, where we look after it, we're the front line of collecting.
Of collecting, really, yeah.
Not just collecting, we're preserving. Like in museums, you only get to see what you paid they want you to see.
Yeah.
But with us,
Skipper showing his coin.
We can share things that the museums would not have.
Exactly, and it's for free. Exactly, and it's for free, like literally, like you can literally see it, and and not just that, but hear it, because it's like for records you can actually hear them, because I've seen some museums like I was in Discord the other day, right, and I was talking to somebody about, she went to a museum that had a lot of phonographs in them, right? And one of the phonographs I see is the record had it was a late, I think it was a red Columbia, which is which is a Ford. It went from 1939 to the early 50s, which is obviously too late for a phonograph. So I said to her, that I think that's a little too late to put on that phonograph. And I had, me and a friend, we were saying that to her, just trying to ignore her, even though she was in the museum. It's not really her fault, but we just said that it's that's kind of late, you know what I mean? Because as collectors, we just spot things, just you know what I mean. What's wrong with we automatically just spot it.
I don't criticize them. We just put in the person, in a I don't get everything right, and I like to be corrected when I'm wrong. You know what I mean?
I was criticizing it
all the time. So
I
was criticizing criticism, as I call it,
because it was I said to her, that's a little too late for the machine, because and it's simple science. You can't really get it wrong, because by the 40s. What do we got right here? Oh, I think I know who this is by.
A very well-known tenor.
Recordings coming off a wax cylinder.
Yeah, that sounds like it's from a wax cylinder, from that era.
And you're going to shoot yourself when you realize who it is.
Enrico Caruso. That's the drinking song, that is.
Sounds like it, yeah.
I would love. Can you imagine my birth?
Do you know what? I got it in my head. Why can't I speak? Why does my brain stop me from saying these words? But it's actually in English, means the drinking song.
I mean, I got some recordings too, if you want me to put some, but I'm kind of scared to.
So who's done that one, Skip? Because
that one's got to be back about 1909.
1909.
It sounds like it. It sounds early 1900, no, late 1900, or probably even like somewhere around like the early era
Yeah,
of like and it's a cylinder recording.
it's a wax black
It's a
wax
wax
cylinder.
cylinder. I wish I
Yeah.
had a cylinder. It's a cylinder phonograph. It's just
Well, that would
those
have
things
been
are just
probably
so expensive, man.
1900s.
Yeah, my
Um,
grandmother had one.
Man,
there
that's great.
was an early recording of Queen Victoria, and they took it on a news show here in the United Kingdom, and they took it out. This is the only voice recording. Obviously, you can't record these things because obviously there's no way. And
Right.
and the person picked it up, and don't forget it's wax. Okay, so you have to be very careful with this stuff. You know, you just can't handle it because it'll melt. And especially under the hot lights of the studio, I don't know why they brought it in anyway, and they dropped it.
Oh,
Cool.
not cool.
Smashed. It's
Yeah,
the
you
only
gotta, when you have, even when you're holding a cylinder, you just gotta be careful with it. You have to like at least grab your two fingers and just hold it. Like I don't have one to demonstrate, but
the best
it's like
thing to do
you
is
hold.
just don't touch them. Just don't touch them.
Yeah.
Leave them as they are.
Oh yeah, I don't have. So I don't have because those things are very expensive. I can't even afford one.
Yeah.
Those things are so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I can't even afford one, but I don't have one right now because I know some people that have I know some people that would actually have cylinders. Like I know a guy, his name is Ben. He lives not too far he lives not too far where I'm at. But he has I think he has like 3-cylinder phonographs. So so yeah. I'm looking at chat. Modern ones. I know the only modern. Which one's that unlocked? Because the only know is the only modern player that would play wax cylinders is those. You know how like the archivist, the only archivist has them. It's like those like in libraries and museums they have them, and they're very expensive. They're like thousands of dollars. But I forgot what they're called. You can buy them at Knox auction, but I literally forgot what it was.
Mm-hmm.
For records, yeah, you can play them in a modern record player, but that has the 78 speed. But for wax cylinders, the only modern one that you can play them is those ones that the archivists use in the museums and libraries. So, but those are really expensive. Really? That
One of a kind wax recording.
I can put up some for you. I mean, I don't know if it's not bad. I mean, it's public domain anyway, so because it's from the 1900s.
More accurately.
Oh, he's playing it from a cylinder phonograph.
Well, that does happen every once in a while. That can be good. All right. It certainly was.
See if I can. Let me see if I can. I'm at this channel right now. Yeah. See if I could. See if I could actually find one at this channel. Oh, okay. No, not that one. Yankee Doodle by Frank C. Stanley. So this was recorded in 1905.
Yeah.
So
Yankee Doodle Dandy.
It just says Yankee Doodle.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Pretty much.
Yankee Doodle Dandy. And who's the one singer that made that so famous?
Wasn't that Nora Bayes?
No.
No.
The one that he actually sang it with Bob Hope.
Oh, okay.
And he did a dance routine on top of a table, and he was singing Yankee Doodle Dandy.
He was Yankee Doodle Dandy. Okay.
Famous actor.
That makes sense. Okay. Let me
Used
see
to
if I
like
can play the recording.
used to like playing bad guys.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Mm-hmm.
And
Let me
I'm
see if I
getting
can-
mad at myself because I'm trying to remember his name.
Right.
Gary Cooper. Gary Cooper?
Not Frank Sinatra.
No,
Okay.
it wasn't Frank Sinatra.
No, I was just saying, like Alex said, I don't know. The original.
Yeah.
Wow. Let
Let me see if I can
Sang
play the
Yankee
thing
Doodle
now.
Dandy.
Billy Murray sings the song The Yankee Doodle Boy.
Oh, Billy Murray. I know him too.
Yeah, Billy Murray.
I know people like Billy Murray. He's a very famous singer during like the 1900s.
And the one you done, La Travita, was done by Francesco Maria Pavi in 6th of March 1853.
Wait. What happened in 1853?
What Numismaniac was playing earlier, La Travita.
Okay. Evil Arc is probably even by then I bet it was very expensive though. Because like I said, cylinder phonographs are they're expensive than disc phonographs.
Mhm.
So it's like
Jimmy
you know,
Cagney. He's the one that sang it in the movie. With
really hard. They're really hard to get.
You go, look, the Travita is a drinking song. See, you read it. Oh, blinking now.
Yeah, your phone kind of. Okay. Like, didn't that like when it first like came up, or that's when that?
No, it's just when they're doing the performance, they're doing depending on the play. I love classics, and they're just doing it. It's like a toast. So,
Okay.
da, 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 da. But I think the play is Carmen. I think.
Okay.
If I remember rightly, I might be wrong about that bit, but
over your lips and through your tongue. Look out, stomach, here it comes.
You want me to play this two? I think this is from a cylinder since it's like 2 minutes. This recording right here by Len Spencer and Ada Jones. Ada Jones, she was very famous too at the time too as well.
Right?
The time, yeah.
How many people was around when you've got all these famous celebrities back in the day, and they're all in the same era. You know, it's kind of crazy. You know, you'd have had Queen Victoria, you'd have had William II from Germany. You had all the Kaisers. You know,
Conlon the First.
it is nuts how many people. If you stuck that era together, and they're still being talked about today, it's just nuts.
It's very nuts. Yeah, I mean it's very nuts. Yes, you know, even as a collector, when I got really into this really stuff, it really is interesting. It is very interesting because you know hearing people's voices at least over 100 years ago, really.
Yeah, that's what you're doing. You're getting people's voices on the vinyl, where you can't do that with a coin or a stamp. And you're doing that as the voiceover for that person for that era, which is like right now. I'm doing an 1885 Austrian coin.
Right.
So, at
Who
least
handled that coin?
Yeah, that kind of makes you wonder. It's like when I collect coins, it makes you wonder who handled the coin. You know what I mean? It's like, especially ones that are like really worn out. You know, that just shows you that's been through a lot of pockets of people.
Yeah. Well, that's what I like about these collector coins. I do get the occasional question going, "Oh, why do you like circulated coins so much? Why don't you collect proof coins?" It's because circulated coins have a story.
Right. Oh, what is that one, Skipper?
How many do you think handled that one?
A lot of people. A lot of people. What is that, like a Roman coin?
That's a Roman coin. It was minted between 351 and 355 AD.
Yeah, a lot of people. You know, that's amazing, though.
So, how old's that recording? What you're just about maybe playing in a second. How old is that recording?
It's from 1905.
So, so this is like 20 years earlier.
Of what?
So this Austrian coin.
Yeah, pretty much. So.
Do you know, I can't remember what sort of coin it is, to be honest. So,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to find out. What
I think this is a cylinder recording. So it's like 2 minutes long. So it's like, because it's like there's like depending, like some of them are shorter, some of them are like longer. So it reaches like 3 or 4 minutes, but like some cylinders reaches like 2 minutes.
I saw an original restored. I have a 660
Well, let me hear it myself.
coin. I can't see the date, just top of a crown. Wow. So you look at it. So you're looking at 6p. So anything from 1901 backwards, isn't it? To around. It's going to be an early one. If you got a crown, if she's got a crown on top of her head, so that's going to be the Jubilee. The Jubilee crown.
I think so.
Because she wasn't coronated with she was crowned with the imperial crown, not the.
I just played that one. That one's like a duet. Let me see if I could. I have Smarty from 1908, so I think let me listen to the song real quick and maybe I can play. Yep. Okay. Wait now.
Oh, that's cool. Unlocked.
Yeah, if it's a crown on her head, I don't think that would have been English. Well, it depends on type of the coin, of course. If it's going to be a crown.
Wait, like a crown on Queen Victoria's head?
Yeah, the crown is. Well, we got a coin called a crown.
That. Oh, okay.
So if it's Queen Victoria and she's got a crown on her head, that's going to be like what we would call a crown. I can't remember a crown being on a 6p coin because it'd have been a young head, and it obviously depends on which country it is. So it'd been a young head, a bun head, a jubilee head, and a veil head. So well, look at that. It's got a.
It's
Is that a W quarter?
That, my friend, is a PR70 deep cam.
Yeah.
That's the most beautiful coin I have. It's the Antonio Mission from 2019.
San
Francisco Mint.
That's from San Francisco.
Yeah, that's a beauty. Wow. I'm just going through this because, as you know, I've got to start putting some stuff up for sale.
And hold on, I just want to show this before if I can. And you know what's crazy too? I know I'll keep talking about records most of the time. It's like,
No, you carry on.
yeah, it's one of my favorite hobbies.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, my friend.
Yeah.
That's why I have one mouth and two ears. I keep my mouth shut and both ears open.
Both ears open. Yeah, Skipper. But it's what I was trying to say. It's for kind of amazing too of like those recordings too, like acoustic recordings, is that it's interesting that it wasn't recorded, like on a microphone or an amplifier. It was just all just horns just cutting into a record.
Exactly.
And that's just amazing.
You had to sing. You had to be a performer. Otherwise, you
Yeah.
didn't get work. You didn't get work. You couldn't get all the, there was no computers or synthesizers back then.
Right.
And you had to sing to a live audience every night in a smoky room.
Right. It's like, and I literally honestly believe is that even that type of technology, like it can be a thing in the 16th century, but nobody ever thought of it.
Possible. Everything's probable.
Yeah. It's like everything is just there, but just no one thought of it until the late 19th century. So
can you imagine if
Yeah,
some
no.
inventor like Leonardo da Vinci come up with something like that, and you found a recording device, and you could actually listen to somebody from, say, the 15th century?
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
That would just be amazing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, put it this way. Just less than probably 300 years ago, probably maybe 350 years ago, in England, we probably wouldn't understand what their English was.
The English was, yeah, pretty much, yeah.
We'd be talking alien to them. They'd be talking alien to us.
It is exactly like people like let's say like
their thought process would have been different as well. So
exactly. Right, exactly.
You have to go as
like
far as the 60s for that.
Yeah, exactly. Like just
I mean,
imagine like people like
decade, I believe.
just imagine like King Edward IV, just trying to understand him. It's like
just be completely talking in a completely foreign language.
in foreign language, yeah, exactly.
Where are you from? England? No, you're not. I am.
All right, guys. I probably have to head off because would like to eat something. So
Okie dokie.
I would love to play the recording, but maybe next time I come in. And Skipper, pretty much most of the time when you stream, I probably would come up.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I love history. Everything we have is history.
It's history, yeah. And like I said, I will show you my banknote collection too as well. I think you guys will be on that.
Alexander Smith, 1892. Thomas Alva Edison invented the first projector.
First projector makes sense.
Edison invented a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but guys, I would see you. No problem. I'm glad.
Come back anytime, my friend.
All right, I will. I will maybe play some recordings next time I come back up.
Oh, that'd be great.
All right, I'll see you
later.
Thanks so much, my friend.
And then there was two. And we've got 3 more minutes in the live stream, folks. And then I'm going to pull and allow that poor guy in Swinton to get some sleep.
Swindon.
Am I still saying that wrong? Swinton.
Swindon. As in swine.
Swindon.
Now you're getting it. Because Swindon used to be a farm back in the day in the Doomsday Book. Swindon, as it used to be called, because it used to have a lot of pig farms. So, and then it's...
Well, that makes sense.
So yeah, Swindon.
Swindon.
And we have two towns. We have the old town, which is what we call Little London, because it was the nearest town to London at the time, and it was actually a bustling town. And obviously it grew over time. So it was, and obviously down the hill from the pig farms and hill. So we still got the pig farms, believe it or not, out in Ashbury area, which is not far. It's about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Loads of pig farms like Bishopston, beautiful little villages, and so they preserve all the pig farms there. When you go over Big Hill and all that, we call it, with the white horses.
Right.
And when you come down the hill from where my nan used to live and beyond, that's now where the town centre is. That's called Newtown. So we basically got two towns. We've got Old Town and New Town. But my nan would have called it Little London. And in one stage, Swindon, back in the 80s, was the biggest town in Europe. 80s and 90s.
I'm trying to figure out how we can invite people to Discord.
I have trouble inviting myself to Discord.
I think you have to sign up for Discord, and once you're in there, let us know what your handle is, and I can see a spot here where I find or start a conversation. Oh, there it is. I can add members once I have a person's name on there. As I'll tell you, the Discord's really quite good, and eventually we'll probably work it in so we have a link on our channels where you can actually go into Discord and join us there.
Well, I can go live on TikTok because I've got over 1,000 followers on there. I can probably go live there, and I can go live on Instagram, where you can go live on Instagram as well. That's going to be a more friendly, easier way of doing it, because I have no idea how to do Discord. I have trouble getting my own.
I have to educate myself.
I haven't put any details in. I've just done this page. This is how I'm doing my coin books at the moment. So this is.
I can see what you mean. You're only getting 9 per sheet, but it's really
There's loads of them. Absolutely loads of them. You're probably going to get about 30 pages. So
cool.
But yeah, but that obviously I got Australia and Argentina and Australia in there at the moment. I got quite a few more A's. Now I'm going to get another book for B's, another book for C's. But I'm not going to put Canada. Canadian coins are going to be separate. US coins are going to be separate. Obviously, I've got my British coins. That's going to be a completely different set altogether. And what else is it? My Euro coins are going to be different. My Euros, they're going to be different because they're just mixed of every country. I might just put Euros as one. And my territory coins are going to be in another book, mixed up. But I'm going to record what I have again. I'm going to do my recordings again. A's, and I got that coin. Okay. And if I got a duplicate one, obviously it'd be like 2. If I got 3, because I might keep as long as I got 2, the third one I can give away to your friend or whatever. But 2 I like to keep just in case I do change the countries. To saves me swapping and changing them again. So yeah, I'll finish that off tomorrow. The best I can. And all my little silver coins, my as we call it, constitutional silver, I'm going to keep in separately as well. So
Awesome.
it doesn't matter which country it's from, apart from Canada, United States, Great Britain. They're all going to be together with silver and other things. But again, if I do find duplicates, I will put that silver into a jar,
Awesome.
like you know, like one of these. So like a little test tube.
Yeah.
So we get some sizes for them, and then put them in there.
Check your private chat, buddy.
How do I do that on here? Chat, private chat. Okay, my friend.
So I'm going to have to say hello and goodbye, those world currency, everyone that showed up at the very end here. We got to run, but make sure that you're back tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a little bit better time. Yes, it's it'll be at 7. Let me get this right. 9 p.m. GMT, which is 2 o'clock in the afternoon Mountain Standard Time, 4 o'clock Eastern, and it will be Treasure Trove with the Pay It Forward wheel. You don't want to miss it.
No, it's the last one. So it's the last one. So get yourself on there. Yep. And thank you for joining us tonight, everybody. And congratulations to Unlock getting past 100 subscribers. Absolutely awesome. 100 leads to 200, 200 leads to 300, and so on. Thank you for having me at Skipper. I will see you tomorrow in a few hours.
Pleasure. Yep.
And say hi to Tracy and give Lightning a hug from us.
Will do, my friend.
I will see you all in the next one.
See ya.